The Last Hope. Commander Maya Chen stared through the reinforced viewport of lunar base Delta, Earth growing smaller in the distance as the station's orbit took them around the far side of the moon. The blue planet looked peaceful from here. You couldn't see the resource wars, the failing ecosystems, or the billions struggling to survive. "They're ready for you in the war room, Commander," her aide said from the doorway. Maya nodded, straightening her uniform jacket. As head of Earth's unified defense force, she'd fought in 3 conflicts, negotiated 7 treaties, and saved countless lives. But today's decision would define her legacy, and possibly humanity's final chapter. 12 people sat around the oval table as Maya entered, a somber collection of Earth's greatest minds and most powerful leaders. Director Haruki Nakamura, head of the Global Science Commission, stood as she took her seat. "The projections are worse than we calculated," Haruki began, activating the holographic display. Earth appeared before them, blue and vibrant, then slowly deteriorated through simulated decades, oceans rising, land masses browning, ice caps vanishing. At current rates, global food production will collapse within 15 years, potable water within 20. "And the aliens?" General Ibrahim asked, his weathered face grim. Maya tapped her datapad, and the hologram shifted to show 17 distinct alien vessels. "Over the past century, we've documented 17 different species traversing our solar system. Some stay for days, others merely pass through. All ignore our attempts at communication. They treat us like animals in a zoo," Dr. Elena Volkov said bitterly. The xenobiologist had dedicated her career to understanding alien biology. Fascinating to observe, but not worth talking to. "We've intercepted their communications," Maya continued. "They're not particularly careful. They don't believe we have the technology to listen, much less understand. But Dr. Volkov's team has made remarkable progress in decoding their languages. There's a council," Elena explained, "a governing body of the most powerful species. They control resource allocation, territorial disputes, technological exchange. Earth has been classified as a pre-emergence world, not worth diplomatic effort until we develop FTL travel, which they expect will take us another 500 years, Haruki added. Dr. Quaim Osai, the project's chief engineer, cleared his throat. "But we don't have 500 years. Silence fell over the room. They all understood the brutal math. Earth was dying faster than humanity could solve its problems. "That's why we've called you here," Maya said finally. She nodded to Quaim, who activated another hologram, a ship design unlike anything Earth had officially produced. Project Vanguard. The sleek vessel rotated slowly above the table, its unusual geometry and material composition immediately drawing questions. "One ship?" General Ibrahim asked incredulously. "We're betting humanity's future on one ship." "One ship is all we can build with the resources we have," Quaim responded. "We've been siphonning materials, funds, and personnel for a decade, building it in modules across 16 countries, assembling in orbit under the guise of habitat construction. It doesn't look human," Elena observed. "It's not. Not entirely," Maya confirmed. "We've reverse-engineered components from every scrap of alien technology we could salvage from their garbage. They discard tech we consider miraculous. What they consider obsolete, we've turned into our greatest achievement." "And the purpose of this Vanguard?" asked UN Secretary Dias. "To force the galactic community to acknowledge us," Maya stated firmly. "To change our classification from pre-emergence to a species worthy of assistance, or at least trade. They'll destroy it the moment it enters their territory," Ibrahim warned. Maya shook her head. "We're counting on their arrogance. Their communications show they find us amusing, primitive. They won't consider us a threat until it's too late." "Too late for what?" Secretary Dias pressed. Quaim smiled for the first time. "To realize what humans are truly capable of when our backs are against the wall." 3 weeks later, Maya stood in Vanguard's command center, watching her crew perform final checks. Each of the 24 personnel had been selected from thousands of candidates, the best humanity had to offer. Lieutenant Raj Patel, navigation specialist, looked up from his station. FTL systems are online, Commander. Calculations complete for the first jump. Weapons? Maya asked. All systems green. Confirmed Security Chief Zoe Blackwell, her expression unreadable. Though I still think we should have brought more than defensive capabilities. We're not going to start a war, Maya reminded her. We just need to survive long enough to make our case. Dr. Elena Volkov joined them on the bridge, her arms filled with data tablets. Latest intel from our listening posts. The Arcavian trade fleet mentioned our launch. They're taking bets on how far we'll get before our primitive drive fails. Maya smiled thinly. What are the odds? Most are betting we don't make it past the Kuiper Belt. The generous ones give us a month. Then we'll have the element of surprise, Maya said. She turned to address the entire bridge. Everyone to launch positions. We depart in 15 minutes. As the crew strapped in, Maya took her captain's chair and activated the ship-wide communication system. This is Commander Chen. In moments, we will embark on the most important journey in human history. Our mission is not conquest or exploration. It's survival. Earth has perhaps 2 decades left if we fail. If we succeed, we give humanity a future among the stars. She paused, feeling the weight of billions of lives on her shoulders. The galaxy has dismissed us as primitives, unworthy of attention or respect. They've watched our struggles from a distance, refusing to extend a hand. Today, we will begin to change their minds. Not through force, but through the one thing that has always defined humanity, our refusal to accept the impossible. The countdown reached 0. Vanguard detached from the orbital dock, its engines flaring to life with energy signatures deliberately masked to appear less advanced than they were. As they cleared Earth's gravity well, Maya intercepted one final alien transmission. The humans have launched their little ship. How amusing. I give it one standard cycle before they crawl back to their dying world. Send a message to Earth Command, Maya ordered Communications Officer Deng. Tell them Vanguard is underway. And log that alien transmission. I want to play it back to them when we arrive at the Council. The stars stretched before them as the FTL drive engaged, humanity's last hope accelerating into the darkness. 3 months into their journey, Maya was reviewing shift reports in her quarters when the alarm sounded. Red lights pulsed throughout the ship as she raced to the bridge. Report, she demanded, sliding into her chair. Unidentified vessel, bearing 047 Mark 183, Raj announced, his fingers flying over the controls. It appeared suddenly, some kind of cloaking technology we haven't seen before. On the main display, a predatory-looking ship hung against the starfield, its hull covered in what appeared to be interlocking plates of dark metal. They're scanning us, Zoe reported from Tactical. Heavy energy signature. They're seeing right through our hull. Are they, Council? Maya asked Elena, who was already analyzing the design. No, she replied, her expression concerned. This is Taraski design. Scavengers, technology thieves. They operate on the fringes of Council space, preying on unaligned worlds and isolated ships. Weapons? Maya asked Zoe. Energy readings suggest significant offensive capability. They outgun us at least 3-1. Maya considered their options. They couldn't outrun the Taraski, and they certainly couldn't win a direct confrontation. But perhaps, open a channel, she ordered. Channel open, Deng confirmed. Maya straightened in her chair. Taraski vessel, this is Commander Maya Chen of the Earth ship Vanguard. We are on a diplomatic mission to the Galactic Council and have no quarrel with you. The response came in a series of harsh clicks and growls, translated through Elena's linguistic program. Human vessel. Your technology is primitive, but interesting. You will power down and prepare to be boarded. Resistance will result in your destruction. Maya muted the channel and turned to her officers. Suggestions. We could activate the shadow veil, Quaim suggested, referring to one of their reverse-engineered systems that had never been tested in a real confrontation. Too risky, Zoe countered. If it fails, we're defenseless. Elena studied the Taraski ship more carefully. These scavengers value technology above all else. Perhaps we can use that. A plan formed in Maya's mind. Quaim, prepare the probe we were saving for the council demonstration. Zoe, arm it with a minimal payload, just enough to look threatening. Raj, plot an escape vector that will take us within range of that pulsar we charted yesterday. She reopened the channel. Taraski vessel, we decline your invitation. However, we are willing to share a technology sample as a gesture of goodwill between our species. The Taraski responded with what the translator identified as laughter. You have nothing we want, human. Perhaps, Maya replied calmly, but I think you'll find this interesting. She nodded to Quaim, who launched the probe. It streaked toward the space between the ships, then suddenly split into 12 identical copies, each emitting energy signatures that mimicked the original. The Taraski ship immediately shifted position, its weapons systems tracking multiple targets simultaneously. What trickery is this? The Taraski demanded. Just a demonstration, Maya replied. Imagine what else we might have. While the Taraski were distracted by the probe swarm, Raj executed the escape plan, sending Vanguard into a tight trajectory around the nearby pulsar. The massive stellar remnants radiation would mask their signature long enough to engage their FTL drive. As they accelerated away, Maya watched the sensor display. The Taraski didn't pursue. They were too busy capturing and examining the probe duplicates. That was too close, Zoe said, once they were safely away. No, Maya corrected her. That was perfect. The Taraski are information brokers as well as scavengers. Within days, news of our encounter will spread throughout the fringe territories. You wanted them to find us? Raj asked, surprised. I wanted the galaxy to start talking about us, Maya explained. About the human ship with unexpected capabilities. The more rumors that circulate before we reach the council, the better. Over the following months, Vanguard encountered more alien species, some hostile, others merely curious. Each time, Maya deployed different tactics, revealing just enough of their capabilities to intrigue, but never enough to show their full hand. The ship's systems evolved during the journey. Quaim and his engineering team continually refined their reverse-engineered technology, learning through trial and error how to improve efficiency and performance. What had begun as a desperate gamble was becoming something more, a testament to human adaptability. 6 months into their journey, they detected a significant council presence ahead, a checkpoint at the entrance to the Orion Arm territories. They're hailing us, Deng reported, surprise evident in his voice. That's unprecedented for a non-council vessel. It seems our reputation precedes us, Maya said with satisfaction. On screen, the alien that appeared was Vexillion, a species Elena had identified from intercepted communications as mid-ranking within the council hierarchy. Its translucent skin pulsed with patterns of light as it spoke. Unidentified human vessel. You have entered restricted space. Your presence here violates multiple council directives. Maya met the alien's gaze steadily. I am Commander Chen of Earth. We come seeking audience with the Galactic Council on matters of mutual importance. The Vexillion's skin flashed with patterns Elena identified as amusement or possibly derision. Humans have no standing with the Council. Return to your system immediately. That won't be possible, Maya replied calmly. Our world faces an existential crisis, and the Council has information and resources that could save billions of lives. We request safe passage to the Council hub. Request denied. Depart or be removed. Maya nodded to Zoe, who activated a specific program they'd prepared for this moment. Instantly, Vanguard's energy signature changed, suddenly registering as much larger and more powerful than it had appeared moments before. The Vexillian's patterns shifted rapidly, confusion, then alarm. "This is your final opportunity," Maya stated firmly. "Grant us passage to present our case before the council, or we will proceed regardless. We prefer diplomacy, but we are prepared to demonstrate why humans should not be underestimated." A tense silence followed as the Vexillian consulted with unseen others. Finally, it responded, "Proceed to these coordinates. Any deviation will be considered hostile action." As the transmission ended, the bridge crew exchanged looks of triumph mingled with apprehension. "Think they'll actually let us speak to the council?" Raj asked. "No," Maya answered honestly. "But they'll follow us, study us, and when we arrive at the council hub, they won't be able to ignore us any longer." She gazed at the star map showing their path forward. "The real test is still to come. It's time to show the galaxy exactly what humanity is capable of." Defiance unleashed. The council hub dominated the view screen. A massive structure orbiting a blue-white star, surrounded by a web of defense platforms, docking stations, and patrol vessels. Ships of various designs moved through designated lanes, a testament to the complex civilization that humans had been denied entry to for so long. 17 different species visible just from this approach vector, Elena observed, her scientific curiosity momentarily overwhelming her anxiety. "Some I've never seen in our intercepted communications." Maya studied the tactical display. Their Vexillian escort had grown to 6 vessels, maintaining formation around Vanguard like prison guards. "Status of our special systems: all green," Quaim confirmed from engineering. "The core is stable, and the dimensional buffer is holding at 94% capacity." "The council is hailing us," Deng announced. Maya straightened her uniform, knowing this moment would define humanity's future. On screen, the display shifted to show a semicircular chamber containing representatives of 7 alien species. At the center sat a towering figure with iridescent scales and 4 articulated arms, a Drafkian, the dominant species in the council according to Elena's research. "Human vessel," the Drafkian began, its translated voice deep and resonant. "Your presence here is unprecedented and unwelcome. Explain your intrusion into council space." Maya stepped forward. "I am Commander Maya Chen of Earth, representing humanity. We have come to petition for reclassification of Earth from pre-emergence to full diplomatic status, and to request assistance with an ecological crisis threatening our planet." A ripple of what might have been laughter moved through the chamber. "The classification system exists for a reason," a smaller avian alien interjected. "Species that have not developed certain technological benchmarks lack the societal maturity for council membership. Yet here we are," Maya countered. "In a ship of our own construction, having traversed 17,000 light-years through territory you considered beyond our reach. A testament to your determination, perhaps," the Drafkian conceded, "but one journey does not rewrite the established order. Your ship, while impressive for your species, is primitive by council standards." Maya smiled faintly. "Appearances can be deceiving, council member. We designed Vanguard to appear less advanced than it truly is, just as humanity has learned to appear less capable than we truly are." She nodded to Quaim through their secure channel. Throughout the ship, systems that had remained dormant during their journey came online. The hull, which had appeared as standard alloys to alien scans, revealed its true nature as adaptive metamaterials shifted their molecular structure. Energy readings spiked as power diverted from masked reserves. On the council display, several aliens leaned forward, their attention suddenly focused on incoming sensor data. "What trickery is this?" demanded a crystalline being from the far end of the chamber. "Not trickery. Strategy," Maya explained. "When you're dismissed as primitive, it becomes an advantage. Everything we've learned about your civilization came from communications you didn't bother to encrypt around lesser species. Every piece of technology we've developed was reverse engineered from what you discarded as obsolete." The Drafkian's scales darkened, a sign of anger, according to Elena's briefings. "You deceived the council checkpoint." We presented exactly what you expected to see, Maya corrected. Your arrogance did the rest. An alarm sounded on the council transmission. One of the aliens spoke urgently to the Drafkian, who signaled to someone off-screen. Commander, Zoe warned from tactical, multiple weapons platforms activating. Defense grid powering up. Maya had expected this. Maintain position. Do not power weapons. Your deception changes nothing. The Drafkian stated coldly. Your vessel will be impounded, your crew interrogated. Earth will be quarantined until the Council determines appropriate sanctions for this violation. Maya's expression hardened. That would be unwise. We come in peace, but we are prepared to defend ourselves. With one ship, against the combined might of the Council. The Drafkian's scales rippled with amusement. Your bravery borders on madness. Perhaps, Maya acknowledged. Or perhaps you should check your long-range sensors. Confusion crossed the alien faces momentarily. Then alarm. Beyond the Council hub, space itself seemed to waver as a dozen ships identical to Vanguard appeared, surrounding the vast station. Impossible, breathed the avian alien. Their drive signatures, they're all the same vessel. Quantum displacement technology, Quame explained, joining Maya on screen. What you're seeing is Vanguard, existing simultaneously across multiple probability states. One ship, many places, a technology we developed when we realized how severely you had underestimated us. It was humanity's ultimate gambit, a technology theoretical even by Council standards, achieved through desperate innovation, and the unique perspective of a species fighting for survival. Stand down your weapons platforms, Maya ordered, her voice firm. We didn't come all this way to start a war, but we will not be dismissed any longer. For several tense moments, no one spoke. Maya could see the council members communicating silently among themselves, reassessing everything they thought they knew about humans. Finally, the Drafkian raised a hand, and the defense grid powered down. It seems we have misjudged your species, Commander Chen. A common mistake, Maya replied. One we counted on. The Council will convene privately to discuss your petition, the Drafkian announced. You will be permitted to dock at Auxiliary Station 7. A representative will contact you with our decision. When the transmission ended, the bridge crew released a collective breath. They're terrified. Elin observed with a hint of satisfaction. They should be, Zoe added. We just rewrote their understanding of technological development. Maya shook her head. They're cautious, not terrified. And that's exactly what we needed, to be taken seriously enough for negotiation, but not so seriously that they see us as an existential threat. As Vanguard docked at the designated station, Maya gathered her senior officers. This is just the beginning. They'll test us, probe for weaknesses, try to determine if our technology is as advanced as we've implied. Is it? Raj asked bluntly. Maya smiled. The quantum displacement is real, but not nearly as stable as we suggested. We can maintain the effect for another 6 hours at most before the energy requirements become prohibitive. A bluff. Zoe seemed concerned. A calculated risk, Maya corrected. We've shown enough capability to earn their respect. Now we need to demonstrate enough wisdom to earn their trust. 3 hours later, a council delegation arrived, representatives from 5 species, led by a Tellurian diplomat whose translucent body pulsed with bioluminescent patterns. The council has reviewed your petition. The Tellurian began once they were seated in Vanguard's conference room. Your technological achievements are unexpected. However, technological advancement alone does not qualify a species for council status. We agree, Maya replied, surprising the delegation. Technology without wisdom leads to destruction, a lesson Earth has learned painfully over centuries. She activated a holographic display showing Earth's history, wars, environmental destruction, and finally the unified effort to save their world. We don't claim to be perfect. Humanity has made countless mistakes, but we learn, we adapt, and we survive. What we seek isn't dominance or power. It's partnership. Yet you arrived with technology specifically designed to deceive and threaten, observed a reptilian delegate. We arrived with technology designed to ensure we would be heard, Maya countered. Had we approached openly, would this meeting be taking place? The delegates exchanged glances that suggested she was correct. What exactly does Earth want from the Council? Asked the Tellurian. 3 things, Maya replied. First, reclassification to diplomatic status, allowing free exchange of information and technology. Second, access to atmospheric restoration techniques that we know exist within Council archives. Third, a non-aggression pact ensuring Earth's sovereignty. And in exchange, humanity offers something unique among Council species, our perspective. We've developed along an entirely different technological path than your civilizations. Our solutions to problems may seem unorthodox by your standards, but they work. The quantum displacement technology is just one example. The delegation withdrew to confer privately. When they returned, the Tellurian's bioluminescence had shifted to a pattern Alina's research identified as indicating tentative acceptance. The Council proposes a probationary status, the Tellurian announced. Earth will be granted limited diplomatic recognition, with full status contingent upon a century of peaceful interaction. Technical assistance for your ecological crisis will be provided, under supervision. In exchange, your quantum displacement technology will be shared with the Council. Maya had expected this demand. We will share the theoretical framework, with full implementation contingent upon Earth's reclassification to full diplomatic status after 20 years, not a century. More negotiation followed, with concessions on both sides. By the time the delegation departed, humanity had secured what they came for: recognition, assistance, and a future. As Vanguard prepared for its return journey, now accompanied by Council technical vessels, carrying the expertise and equipment needed to begin healing Earth, Maya stood again at the viewport, watching the hub recede into the distance. You know they'll be studying us constantly now, Alina said, joining her. Let them, Maya replied. They'll find we're exactly what we claim to be, a young species with much to learn, but with unique gifts to offer in return. And when they discover our quantum displacement can't be maintained, Quaim asked. Maya smiled. By then, it won't matter. We'll have established our value beyond technology. Besides, the limitation is temporary. Your team already has theories on how to stabilize the effect. One ship changed everything, Raj observed quietly. Not the ship, Maya corrected him. What it represented, humanity's greatest strength. When the galaxy laughed at our lone vessel, they didn't understand what they were truly seeing. And what was that? Zoe asked. Maya looked out at the stars, now filled with possibility rather than isolation. Proof that you should never underestimate a species that refuses to accept extinction as its fate. As Vanguard journeyed homeward, the message had already spread throughout the galaxy. The humans had sent one ship, and everything had changed.